Nothing bad is happening. Your day is normal. No crisis, no pressure in this moment, no real problem to solve. And yet, your body is tight. Your shoulders don't drop. Your jaw stays clenched. Your breathing feels shallow. You keep waiting for something. But there is nothing to wait for. This tension isn't coming from the present. It's coming from a nervous system that learned to stay ready. At some point in your life, being relaxed may not have felt safe. Maybe things changed suddenly. Maybe you had to be responsible early. Maybe you learned that calm was temporary. So your body adapted. It learned to hold itself slightly braced, not in panic, not in fear, just in readiness. And now that readiness has become your baseline. So even in peace, your system whispers, stay alert, don't fully let go. Something might happen. You're not anxious, you're conditioned. This kind of tension doesn't come from today. It comes from training. Your nervous system learned, slowly and quietly, that staying relaxed was risky. Not because danger was constant, but because unpredictability was. When you grow up or live in environments where things can change suddenly, your body adapts in a specific way. It stops fully settling. It stays half ready, ready to respond, ready to adjust, ready to handle whatever comes next. At first, this is protective. It sharpens your awareness. It helps you react quickly. It keeps you from being caught off guard. But the nervous system doesn't know how to unlearn a pattern on its own. It only knows how to repeat what once worked. So even when life becomes calmer, even when problems are solved, even when you're finally safe, the body keeps the posture it learned during uncertainty. Muscles stay slightly contracted. Breathing stays a little shallow. Attention stays outward, scanning. Not because something is wrong, but because something used to be. This is why logical reassurance doesn't work. You can tell yourself, I'm okay. Nothing is happening. There's no threat. But your nervous system doesn't respond to thoughts. It responds to patterns, and its pattern says, calm is temporary, stay ready. So tension becomes the default, not dramatic tension, not panic, just a low-grade holding, like a fist that never fully opens. Over time, this creates a strange experience. You start to feel uncomfortable when nothing is demanding you. Rest feels unfamiliar. Silence feels uneasy. Stillness feels exposed. Your body doesn't recognize peace as a stable state. It recognizes it as the pause before something changes. So it doesn't soften, it waits. And this waiting drains energy. Not because you're doing too much, but because you're never fully allowed to stand down. This is why telling yourself to just relax often makes things worse. When your nervous system has learned to stay on guard, relaxation doesn't feel like relief. It feels like dropping protection. So when you try to soften, your body does the opposite. Your breathing becomes more noticeable. Your heartbeat feels louder. Your thoughts suddenly get busy. Not because you're failing at calming down, but because your system is checking for danger. It's asking, if I stop holding myself together, what will happen? And because it doesn't fully trust the answer, it tightens again. This creates a strange loop. You notice the tension. You try to release it. Your body becomes more aware. The awareness feels uncomfortable. So the system braces even more. Now you're not just tense, you're monitoring the tension. And monitoring is another form of alertness, so the nervous system stays activated. This is also why quiet moments can feel heavier than busy ones. When you're occupied, your system has something to do, something to track, something to respond to. But in stillness, there's nothing external to focus on. So your attention turns inward, and you finally feel what your body's been holding all along. Not pain, not fear, just readiness that never powered down. This is why distractions feel soothing, not because they solve anything, but because they give your nervous system a task, a reason to stay alert that makes sense. But when the distraction ends, the baseline remains, because the tension was never about what you were doing. It was about what your system learned to expect. And until your body learns that nothing bad follows relaxation, it will continue to treat calm as something to be cautious about. Your body doesn't release tension because you tell it to. It releases tension when it learns, through experience, that nothing bad happens when it lets go. Safety has to be felt, not thought, so the shift doesn't come from trying harder to relax. It comes from slowly showing your nervous system that calm is stable. You start with small moments, not forcing deep. Peace, not demanding stillness, just allowing a little softness. You notice your shoulders and let them drop a fraction. You take one slower breath without trying to control it. You sit for a moment without scanning, fixing, or preparing. At first, your body may resist. It may tighten again. It may bring up restlessness. It may feel unfamiliar. That's not failure. That's your system checking. Is it really okay to stop guarding? So you stay gentle. You don't argue. You don't push. You simply remain present and let the moment pass. And then something important happens. Nothing goes wrong. The world doesn't fall apart. No danger appears. You remain safe. That single experience teaches more than 1,000 thoughts. Over time, these moments accumulate. The nervous system begins to update its map. Calm doesn't lead to harm. Stillness isn't followed by threat. I don't have to stay braced, and gradually the baseline shifts. Breathing deepens on its own. Muscles soften without command. Your mind stops scanning so urgently, not because life became perfect, but because your body finally learned that the present is not the past, that readiness is no longer required. And when that lesson settles, something beautiful happens. You stop living in preparation mode. You stop holding yourself together. You stop waiting for what might come. You begin to inhabit the moment fully, not tense, not guarded, not braced, just here. And in that state, calm no longer feels suspicious. It feels natural.